Well, it's another beautiful day on Voting Voices. My name is Miriam Uduak-Menta. We're about to have a conversation that I think is long overdue for different reasons. This very moment is a full circle moment for me, but we're going to talk about that. But when we set up this show, we did tell you that we're going to hold this country accountable. Not this government, every other government that shows up in leading this country. We're going to hold the leadership of this country every single time accountable, because the youth of this country, who are the voting voices, deserve better. And you can agree with me that indeed we do deserve better. So this morning or this afternoon or wherever time you're watching this, we're excited to tell you that we're about to have a conversation with the media relations officer of GoldBod, and I'm excited to say that that's my uncle. My uncle in different forms and shapes. But let's talk about this before I introduce him. The GoldBod was established during the second term of President John Mahama. And of course, his administration did say that this was going to happen. And so they did set this up. And of course, this is to streamline and strengthen the management of Ghana's gold resources. We're going to get into the nitty-gritties of running this institution. And that is why it has become imperative to have this conversation. Mr. Prince Menka, good day. I mean,
good morning.
I've never called you Mr. Prince Menka before, right?
No, you haven't.
Because what fan I'm
Good to see you, baby.
It's really good to see you.
And you're doing greater
Thank
works.
you,
And I've been watching your works, following your works.
Thank you.
I always feel proud, watching you as well. Good to
you.
see you, looking good.
You're looking amazing. I can smell good, so let's talk about that.
Absolutely, let's talk about it.
I want us to kickstart this entire conversation from where people are concerned about different things. But when I got in here, we had a quick conversation before we set up that there are a lot of misconceptions about the running of this institution. People are saying all sorts of things. So this interview really is to bring clarity to the operations over here. Tell me, what's the GoldBod Act 1140? What is it about?
So the GoldBod Act 1140, or the GoldBod Act 1140, is the law that birthed the GoldBod. Mm-hmm. So if you hear of GoldBod and you're asking, who gave birth to the GoldBod? Mm-hmm. It's the GoldBod Act 1140 that birthed the GoldBod, making GoldBod the centralized institution or agency for, and also the regulator of the gold trading industry in Ghana. So if you go on our website, we put it blankly, we say that, look, the Ghana Gold Board is a sole authority with exclusive rights to buy, sell, weigh, grade, assay, value, and export gold and other precious minerals in Ghana. And why is this necessary? It's necessary because in the past, just as I mentioned to you, you even asked that question. That was a brilliant question.
Thank you.
In the past, what we used to have, the existing structure, was more of a fragmented gold trading industry. And Ghana was not really benefiting from the fragmented nature of that industry. There was rather few individuals that were benefiting from it. And there was no nationalized or national benefits. It was cast in a situation where, I mean, the trading license was acquired from the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, the PMMC then, and other institutions.
I'll let you land though. But then, what was the role of PMMC?
So, PMMC was more of a regulator, but the other functions which GoldBod has now is an enhanced function, comparatively to what the PMMC was doing then. So we had a PMMC and then other state institution, engaged in the regulation and then also issuing out license. Yeah, so in terms of the regulation, it didn't used to be like what we have now. So we didn't have rules, bordering on, illegal gold trading and smuggling and all those things. I mean, they were not keen on that. But now we are keen on it, and I'll explain in a short time. So because of that nature of the gold trading industry, there was a need to circle back and then have a centralized body that will cater for not just the regulation, but also ensuring that Ghana maximizes national benefit from our gold and other precious minerals. And Ghana had a cyclical problem and there was a problem of the ailing cedi. Almost every 4 years or 3 years, we go through that cycle of a situation. So with a GoldBod inception now, you realize that we're beginning to see that our big aspiration or objective of ensuring that we accumulate the needed reserves that will culminate into building strength for Ghana's major currency, which is the Ghana cedi. And so we circled back, had a centralized body called the GoldBod, birthed by the law, which is the Act 1140, which is to ensure that every gold trading activity goes through it. And not just gold trading activity, but when it comes to refining, when it comes to value addition, when it comes to export of gold and other precious minerals, it's all GoldBod. Now, when it comes to GoldBod, you ask yourself, what do we do? At GoldBod, we maintain the highest standards of integrity in our operations. And some of the key activities that we do include trading, assaying, licensing, diamond operations, vault services, refining and fabrication, as well as minting, jewelry, tokenization. These are all things that we do.
You do here at
let me just walk you through these in a bit. I know you've got lots of questions. So when it comes to the trading aspect, we provide funds to our licensed aggregators and buyers to purchase gold on our behalf for export to off-takers across the globe. So what this means operational-wise is that if you're a foreigner, you cannot engage directly with local traders or miners in terms of buying gold. So foreigners are off the gold trading industry in Ghana. What they can do if they want to off-take gold or buy gold is to do it through the GoldBod. So that is our way of tracking tracking the gold in terms of how it leaves the country and what we derive from it in terms of benefits. So when it comes to the trading aspect, that's how it looks like. And then for the Ghanaians within the local gold trading space, we've issued out licenses to them. And there are 4 categories of licenses that we've issued out already. There's the aggregator, there's a self-financing aggregator license, there's a buyer license tier 1, buyer license tier 2. So it's a value chain, just like we have in the COCOBOD system. So you operate within the value chain, GoldBod sits at the top and then regulates all these operators, all because Ghana must, should, and has to maximize national benefits from our gold and other precious minerals.
Awesome. So this again brings finality to all the confusion around the operations of GoldBod. But you mentioned something, so I'd like to check on that shortly before we get into my questions. When it comes to how setting your institution up has impacted the Ghana cedi. Ghana cedi.
Yes.
I mean, there have been conversations that it's not sustainable. GoldBod does not have a plan to sustain this impact they have on the Ghana cedis. What would you say about assertions?
I won't react to the assertions, but I'd rather go back to why GoldBod was created. So because, look, let me do a biblical allusion. Why were human beings created? God gave sets of instructions, didn't he? To dominate, populate the world, to his glorification.
Yes.
Why was GoldBod created? GoldBod was created to deal with a problem. What problem? Fragmented gold trading industry, which was not giving Ghana the value that we deserve, which was not giving Ghana the opportunity to assert sovereignty over our gold and other precious minerals. So long as the act that birthed the GoldBod exists and there are functions associated to what GoldBod must do, and we are beginning to see results as GoldBod makes a lot of move in ensuring that it works on those functions, then that possibility of ensuring that we go the long haul in stabilizing our city, it's a possibility. There's no question about it. So long as GoldBod continues, and we will continue because it is in our nature. Whatever that is created in this world, be it spiritual or physical, whatever that is created has a purpose. So long as we have a purpose, when we continue, I don't have to use the word if, when we continue fulfilling our purpose, then our objectives will be achieved.
Okay.
What are our objectives? Our objectives is to ensure that we maximize national benefits for the country in terms of gold and other precious minerals.
In effect,
ensuring that we have a
the
strong
economy,
effects
right,
and impacting the economy.
Right.
If the city is strong, of course, goods and services go down.
Yeah.
And you're able to buy your cement because you have a house. You need to build that house.
Yes,
we all need to build that house. I mean,
Right.
bread, the cost of bread,
Yeah.
does not become our headache. The cost of rent does not become our headache.
Okay.
So long as we continue to have GoldBod working the way it is, without the unnecessary noise, that sometimes arise as a result of the nature of our politics, which is understandably so. But sometimes we need to pause and say, look, where do we converge and then help build the nation? That is the point in which we are now. I mean, we've come from an 8-long year of hardship, an 8-long year of a very vulnerable and volatile city. You listen to Mr. Siama, the BOG governor, on that international platform, talk about gold and other commodities being the basis for ensuring that our city does not become vulnerable. That is where we are looking at. That is where we are going to.
Okay.
Ensuring that Ghana is able to maximize benefit from our various commodities, gold, diamond, lithium, cocoa, and other precious minerals that we have in this country. That is where we are headed.
Okay.
So we shouldn't dilute, we shouldn't distort the good thing that we have as a country with unnecessary assumptions. I like that.
Right.
That's the word, with unnecessary assumptions.
I'm agreeing with you, because we do not, even for those who are making all these assertions, do not know for a fact if what you have introduced is sustainable or not. We're all yet to see, after 4 years, if really indeed we're able to
But
do this.
will you still be
on what you have.
Will you still be asking that question when just in less than how many months since GoldBod came into force, we're beginning to rake in proper earnings for the country? I mean, look at the records. You can check it out. It's on the various news websites. That just recently, I mean, in terms of gold exports by way of earnings, we've been able to chalk a certain 8 billion by way of earnings, which has culminated into the strength of the Ghana city. Comparatively to the entire 2024 year, from January up to December, where we only had a certain 4 billion. If you compare to 2023, and 2023 was hovering around some 2 billion, which is quadruple of what we have at this point. And we are not talking January up to December for the year 2025. We're talking somewhere in April, May or so.
That's when the
up to the middle of October. And look at what we have now. So imagine GoldBod continuing with what we are doing for the next couple of years, and what can come out of it is for your mind to imagine. Okay,
it's for your mind to imagine, and we're going to stay on the figures right now. So data shows that gold reserves from Ghana rose to 37.606 tons by end of September 2025, driven largely by GoldBod's domestic procurement strategy. Okay, so how significant is this microeconomic stability? And again, how does GoldBod link into this broader fiscal monetary objectives?
Okay, so let's put it in a very simple term so that our viewers and listeners can understand it.
Prowess shows up now.
I knew you were going to get that. Very simple terms, because grandma is watching. She needs to understand this, and we need grandma to understand so that she can be able to help in the conversation. Now, what are we talking about? Economic growth.
Yes.
What are the baseline for economic growth? Mostly the strength of your city and how you're able to deal with external forces or unexpected happenings. Like in the case of the 8-year long period, there was COVID-19, and then we were saying that the fundamentals of our economy were strong. So how did COVID break us in that manner? Now you have a certain GoldBod, and then you have COCOBOD also implementing new strategies, and many other agencies and many other policies that has the sole aim of ensuring that Ghana has value for money for what it has. Okay, look at the Trade and Industry Ministry. It used to be just Trade and Industry Ministry. Now we have Trade, Industry, and what? Agribusiness.
Agribusiness, yeah.
So just follow the script and you know where we are going. Trade, Industry, and Agribusiness. You have Ghana COCOBOD saying that, look, we are introducing a number of key initiatives. You listen to Mr. Siama talk about, or Dr. Siama, the Bank of Ghana governor, talk about the fact that, look, our commodities and the manner in which it is being managed now will lead us to a situation where the cedi will no longer be volatile. So back to your question, if the cedi continues to gain strength, if the cedi continues to rise above the prowess of other major currencies, it will trickle down to the macro level where the cost of fuel will continue to go down. It will trickle down to the level where the cost of other services, goods and services will go down. And that would further alleviate the plight of the average Ghanaian when it comes to the burden that comes with our economy.
Right.
And then you can as well look at the fiscal discipline of the Mahama administration. And that has always been the track record of the current finance minister, Dr. Kasiela, to force. And we are veering off GoldBod, and I'm moving into those areas because we mentioned the macroeconomic.
Yeah.
So I just need to speak to it, even though I don't speak for the finance ministry. You look at the what the finance minister has been trumpeting in terms of ensuring fiscal discipline, cutting our coat according to our size, and not overspending. When you borrow from the market, use it for projects that are purpose for such monies that are borrowed, not like in what we used to have in the past. So when we continue in this trend, when we continue on this road, stability is assured.
Now, when it comes to small-scale miners, they have come under a lot of...
and they're doing great for Ghana. I mean, small-scale miners.
Small-scale miners.
Yes.
What are you doing for them? So what support does GoldBod have for small-scale miners?
So when you go on our website, there's something we call Mine Support, where we've created an avenue where they get to have investments that would enable in their work. And let me use this opportunity to reinforce in the minds of a number of Ghanaians watching MX24 at this moment, this beautiful morning, that when we talk about small-scale miners or artisanal small-scale miners, we're referring to those who went through the legal route of acquiring license and concession so that they'll be able to use those little machinery and implements that they have to be able to mine gold for the country. And it is as a result of their hard work that we've been able to go about our gold trading and procurement processes, for which we have an 8 billion in earnings to show to the world and let the people of Ghana know that GoldBod is doing well. Now, these artisanal small-scale miners are the ones that we encourage. So through the Mine Support and other CSR initiatives, we have various intentions of supporting their work and ensuring that they go in a manner that will be of benefit to us. And then when it comes to the environment, GoldBod sits within an ecosystem that is upset about the manner in which our rich lands and our forests and water bodies are being destroyed by certain criminals and miscreants who are going about unlawful activities of mining. And that is what we have come to term today as Galamsey.
Yes.
But in the past, I'm a reincarnated being.
Yes.
In the past, you may want to keep that. It's important.
It's very important. It's a reincarnated being. Note that. Keep that.
In the past, Galamsey was known as gather and sell. And the word Galamsey is an adulterated version of the gather and sell. So they go to gather gold and then they sell. Those guys who are gathering gold and selling they don't have big machinery and technology as those in the large scale sector were. So then eventually we came to a point where Ghana had large scale mining, we had small scale mining, we had medium scale mining. So these are areas within the mining sector. But today we are faced with some people who have chosen not to go by the rules of engagement in this country. And they have chosen a path of destruction. These guys are criminals. And they only come under the clothing of, we are hungry, we need money, we need food, we don't have jobs.
So this is what we
and then rape our forests and then rape our water bodies and destroy them eventually. These are not the guys that we are talking about. We are talking about artisanal small-scale miners whose job are guarded and they are also minded by the rules and regulations that they work with.
Awesome. In speaking about your mandate, you talked about committing to national track entry system. You said that is the core mandate, making sure that the entire system is regulated, the ecosystem is protected and regulated properly, and beyond that, make some benefits for the country. How and in 2026 you're looking at that being implemented. How run us through the process?
Okay, let me run you through why it is important, then go to the process.
Okay.
Why is the track and trace system important? It is important because the Ghana GoldBod aspires to the London Bullion Marketing Association standards, which is very keen on sustainable mining. And you can check that for a fact. Anyone watching can check that gold that are mined under unsustainable manners or situations are not usually regarded on the international gold trading front. Okay. So more or less, your gold on that front becomes a liability. And
I'm going to stay you on that a little bit so that we bring, you said Grandma is listening.
Yes,
so Grandma would then ask that, so if I acquire gold through illegal mining, which is galamsey, what we're seeing right now, what then happens to that gold? You know, it's a criminal venture. So police will seize it, bring it to GoldBod, or what happens to that gold?
I'll come there. I'll get there. Let's enjoy the soup for a while. It's such a sweet soup. It's Kwaku's pounding the fufu. We don't have to finish the soup. We need it. So the track and trace system is important to GoldBod because we aspire to the LBMA standard. And Grandma, LBMA is the London Bullion Marketing Association, a group of elites who have certain standards when it comes to the gold trading. And GoldBod aspires to those standards so that we'll be able to have gold that we procure, and when it goes on the international front, it can go to any country. Remember, gold that are mined under unsustainable manner are not regarded, and they tend to become a liability. GoldBod exists because we need to make profit for the nation. We need to maximize national benefit for the nation. GoldBod is not a profit-making organization. But when I talk about profit, I'm talking about making earnings by way of forex for the nation. That's what I'm referring to. So if we exist because of that, then we don't want to be engaged in a situation where we cannot sell gold in certain countries or our gold becomes a liability. So then there's a need for a track and trace system. And my CEO and my boss, lawyer Sami Jenfi, indicated on a number of platforms, including a recently held event at the Kempinski Hotel, that from 2026, next year, we're in October. October is ending soon. Pretty soon, November, December, we'll go into next year. So from next year, we're introducing this track and trace system. And it's going to be fueled or powered by technology. And we'll be able to tell every gram of gold and where it comes from. If it is mined under unsustainable manner, we don't want to be held responsible.
How is that possible? How are you able to tell this gold was not mined under sustainable?
So if you are listening carefully, technology is going to power the track and trace system. And as we speak, when you go to CocoBod, you can do that interview with Randy, Dr. Randy Abbey, or even my good brother, the comms director, you can do that interview with him, and you get to appreciate that we have a track and trace system that is even in full force at GoldBod.
GoldBod. Oh.
You understand? So that track and trace system is security that is fraught with security. So I wouldn't have to go into the technicalities and the explanation so that people will get to know how we are going to go about it.
Okay.
Just be assured that we're going to use the track and trace system to be able to track every gram of gold that is procured and will go through the trading system in the country. Why? Because we don't want gold that will become a liability to the country. Because GoldBod exists in order to ensure that Ghana maximizes national benefits from our gold and other precious minerals.
I know I asked this question in a different way, but I'm going to come back to it this way. Let's see if I'm able to get answers this way. Illegal mining now has become, and I love how you put it, very terrible thing happening to Ghana. We do not subscribe to it, so I love that you weighed in this war. But we're saying that, listen, there are too many stories about your participation in this. You encouraging.
Point them out to me.
Okay, so I'm going to say this. Again, we're speaking to diverse audience, and there are people who have believed that GoldBod is getting gold from illegal miners. Hence the hike in the damage illegal mining is causing, because people have sat on national television to say that GoldBod's gold it's getting to help the economy of Ghana is coming from illegal mining. What do you have to say about that?
People saying on national TV that GoldBod's gold is helping what?
No, the GoldBod's gold is using to help the economy is from illegal mining.
So those are what people are saying. You're a media house. What are the facts?
What are the facts?
What are the facts? So let me help you with the facts. The facts are in what I told you a while ago.
Right.
There's a value chain.
Yes.
There's a process that comes with the gold trading, for which GoldBod supervises or regulates. There's a process. So in the value chain, we have the aggregator, the self-financing aggregator, the buyer license tier 1, and then the buyer license tier 2. Now, amongst these license holders, there are only 2 that deal directly with the miners. Go on our website, goldbod.gov.gh, you'll see it. They deal directly with the miners. So they buy from the miners. You listening? So they buy from the miners, and then it goes through the chain until it gets to us. Now, why are we introducing a track and trace system? It is not because of what people are saying. It is in the Act 1140.
Yeah.
And it is also in our aspirations to be able to meet those standards of the LBMA. So we are introducing it so that we'll be able to have a sanitized gold trading regime that is recognized across the world. But when you have politicians who sat down to make this law that birthed GoldBod pontificate in such a manner, if that is not hypocrisy, then what then is it?
Interesting. So there you have it.
I'll leave it to you.
There you have it. All these assertions, false. Make sure not to associate Galamsey to GoldBod. And from Prince Linka, they are against it totally. Do not have any form of affiliation with any illegal mining.
Let me add this one.
Okay.
If we were in cahoots with illegal mining, why would we say, look, we are supporting NAMOS with 5 million Ghana cedis and then some trucks so that they'll be able to fight against illegal mining? Why would we say, look, there are some forest reserves that's been destroyed by illegal miners and we want to help in the reclamation? Why would we want to do that if we are for illegal mining? Why would we want to trigger a track and trace system if we are for illegal mining? So
clarity, there you have it.
Don't mind it.
Now, what are the key milestones Ghanaians should expect from GoldBod 2026? The entire year 2026, because now you're working, people are seeing the impact of GoldBod. 2026, what are the projections?
So just as when you came into the office, I was telling you of a statement that we had issued. So we have moved from the transitional period to the licensing regime. That's where we are now. we've issued gold trading licenses, which are the aggregator, the self-financing aggregator license, the buyer license tier 1, and then the buyer license tier 2. And just yesterday, when we were speaking at the office, and we're on this morning, we're live on MX24. So just yesterday when you came to the office, I was telling you that we've also introduced another licensing regime. I remember that when it comes to anything gold, refining, jewelry, anything that is associated with gold, the centralized body is GoldBod. So as of yesterday, the 22nd of October, 2025, those who were using the existing licenses for jewelry and fabrication, those licenses cease to be effective.
Okay.
And we have triggered a process of people applying for the GoldBod jewelry license. So anyone engaged in jewelry fabrication and then refinery can apply for those licenses on the GoldBod website. So that is goldbod.gov.gh. So for instance, the jewelry and fabrication license category A, that is meant for Ghanaians or a Ghanaian sole proprietor, artisans, and fully owned Ghanaian small-scale jewelry businesses that are engaged in the business of fabricating jewelry and other castings solely for local sale. There's also the jewelry and fabrication license category B, and this is for fully owned Ghanaian registered businesses or companies and medium-sized manufacturers engaged in the business of fabricating jewelry and other castings for local sale and export. Okay. There's also the jewelry and fabrication license category C. I'll finish right now. Don't worry. Okay. Jewelry and fabrication license category C. That one is for large-scale companies, both local and foreign, fabricating jewelry and other castings for local sale and then export. Then there's refinery license, and that's for entities who are seeking to operate gold refineries in our country. So there's a lot more that are coming. You have to go on our website, goldbod.gov.gh, and then apply for the license. You have, as of yesterday till the 31st of December, to be able to do this. No manual or physical interaction needed.
So there are no middlemen.
No middlemen.
No connection man who can give you license to. No guru boy. I see.
Just go on, just as we did with the previous one. Go on our website and apply for it. And voila, you're good to go.
Great. And congratulations, because my colleague and I, when we're coming here, we talked about the fact that the GoldBod probably has one of the most active PR team. Everything you're doing, you're telling us, because I mean it's in your promise that you're going to be accountable, you're going to be very open,
and transparent
too with us. And so again, you're doing quite a great job.
It has to do with the leadership that is here. Our CEO is keen on transparency, accountability, and the truth. Honesty is key when it comes to the dealings of GoldBod. In fact, that is the embodiment of our CEO. And if you see all these successes that you are helping me trumpet, then it's as a result of leadership. We have great leadership in place that is championing all this.
Very soon we will get there and have a conversation with him. Now the public is concerned, because today I came here to come and address your concerns, and that's what this show is about. So last concern is the fact that not the fact. So again, people look at the operations of GoldBod and they're thinking this is monopolizing running gold affairs in Ghana. It's like one body gets to decide what happens. You gave us an explanation earlier that it is good regulation, or it's regulation of how gold is, moved around, even locally and internationally. And so, there's that. But then there was the system where other people could trade as well. Money for the boys.
So if you want to trade, you apply for a GoldBod license. If you have an investor elsewhere who wants to buy gold in Ghana, the laws are quite simple. Just do that through the GoldBod.
So there's no monopoly?
There's no monopoly.
It's just
but you have a centralized agency or institution that is regulating and then ensuring that there's fluid flow of the trading which will culminate into the benefits we are all looking for.
Awesome. So we've seen a lot of success with you, where there are projections as well into 2026 that we're looking at seeing in 2026. Then there's the new statement you brought out, the new licenses up until 31st of December. And so they're working. But for you, do you have clarity? If you have questions for Mr. Vinka, please share with us. We're going to sit again with him with your questions and find out from him what the answers could be. Mr. Prince Minka, fantastic young man. I'd say that one of the few people that actually we are young. I think now we'll be 16 years old. When be 16. But by the way, I couldn't say this off camera, by the way, because that's my uncle. I can't call him young man. See, this is the only opportunity I get to do that. Okay.
Absolutely, you're bullying me.
But after so many years in the media space, you occupy this position, and it's really fantastic. I'll tell you this for free, and I put this on my status before I came here, that learn to foster very impactful relationships. One of the things that you taught me, because we've had our differences. You know, we had one problem.
Absolutely.
Social media problem. Can you imagine? Of all the years of relationship, we went to fight on social media. But one thing I learned strongly was the fact that at the time when nobody could see me, you did. And I remember how many times you would sit with me in that corner office at XYZ and tell me, Mimi, this thing is hard, and I can tell how you're struggling through it. But that's how it is. You'll be fine. And I'll listen to you today. I think you do great today. And then I come back and say, your voice, voice, no, but I can't wake a cry. I can't wake a cry. And all this akaka cry is what you're seeing today.
Yeah.
And so thank you.
And
I want to take this opportunity to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for supporting. And thank you for always telling me where we're going to. And so I really appreciate you. And we wish you all the very best in this space. But your final words to Ghanaians who are still a little skeptical about the operations here, please, your final words to them before we leave you.
So my final words is quite simple. GoldBod is in existence to help ensure that Ghana maximizes national benefit from our gold and other precious minerals. GoldBod has come to cure a canker that existed in the past, where Ghana was unable to assert sovereignty over its gold and other natural resources. GoldBod has come to deal with that. And already we are seeing the signs. A city that is gaining strength by day. And when we continue at this, and when we continue at this, the sky is only a footstone.
Powerful one there. The sky, is only a footstone. For you out there, it is imperative that you get clearly what the institutions that this government is running on stand for, and that is why we're here. We've been having conversations, or we just had a conversation with Media Relations Officer of GoldBod, Mr. Prince Binka, and he has given us what I would say is clarity to what the operations of GoldBod is. Voting Voices, what do you think about these conversations we've had here on the show? My name again is Miriam Uduak-Mensah. See you again on Voting Voices right here on MX24. Make sure to connect with us on all social media platforms. It is MX24GH, all social media platforms. Connect with us as we learn and grow together. See you again next time.